Hey, yo, welcome to the State Road Show. So today I want to get into prison practical jokes that might have went a little too far. Now, I don't have to tell anybody that's watching this video that jail, boring as shit. You know, you got to make your own entertainment. You know, in the place that we were in at this point, there was no TVs, only one TV on the block. As a matter of fact, two, one in the back. And, you know, you had to bid the way you had to bid. So the first one is story of the note writer. So I had this cellie. My old cellie went home. They moved this white dude in my cell. He was about 28 years old. You know, didn't really like the dude. You know, didn't like his attitude. You know, he came on the block just the wrong way. Plus, he would never take a shower. The dude stunk to high heavens, like you wouldn't believe it. Like I told her in a story, like the cellie I had that never took his shoes off, and then when he finally did, it was like a smell that like radiated heat. It was just a disaster, right? So I told the dude, listen, you got to get in the shower, bro. He's like, yeah, I got you. But he never did. 2-3 days go by. I'm like, fuck this. So I was on the block for a while. So I went to the CO and I said, yo, you got to move dude out myself. Wow, what's going on? Me and him, we're not gonna get along. You know, something's gonna happen. Even though I had no intention of doing nothing to this dude. So anyway, he moves into another cell. The cellie he has now is complaining about him. Everybody on the block's complaining about him. I'm like, this dude's gonna get hurt because I've seen dudes get hurt for, you know, not getting showers and making everybody smell them every day. And, you know, people get aggravated with that shit. You're already in jail, surrounded by men. You got to smell this one man every time he comes around. So me and my cellie come up with this idea to leave him a note. So my cellie writes the note and it says, yo, I'm tired of smelling your stank ass. You better hit that rain room before I come for that commissary and that ass. So he puts it, when we go to chow, he goes in, he puts it on his bed. We go to chow, this and that. The dude comes to my cell, cause, you know, like he was my cellie, and when he left my cell, I was like, listen, I'll look out for you if you need anything, this and that, cause he didn't have nothing or whatever. So he comes to my cell, frantic, with the note in his hand. So me and my cellie are sitting there, and we had a bunch of our boys in on this shit, like they knew we were doing it, and this and that. So he comes in, he's like, yo, man, somebody just left me a note saying that, you know, if I don't start taking a shower, if he got to smell my stink ass, you know, he's going to take my commissary, he's going to take that ass. I said, what, a note? Let me see the note. So he shows me the note and I read it and I look at my cellie, I'm like, oh, man. And he goes, what? I said, the note writer. He goes, the note writer? The note writer's back? I said, bro, I don't think he ever left. Nobody's came on the block lately. So he's like, what's up with the note writer? Like, what? I said, bro, the note writer ain't no joke, man. And then my cellie says, you don't want to hear what he did to the last dude. And I'm like, yo, don't tell him that. He goes, nah, what's up? Like, who is this dude? Like, nobody knows who he is, this and that. I said, well, everybody knows who the note writer is, but we don't know exactly who he is. So he's tripping. He's like, what the fuck, man? Like, so we're trying to downplay it a little bit to keep him on the block, you know. So he goes back to his cell. So that night he don't take a shower. So it's like, all right, enough of this shit. So what we do is we had a friend of ours that used to hang with us named Mill. Big ass dude, looked like Debo, just big as shit, like somebody that would intimidate this dude, right? Because we were all tired of smelling this guy. And we got him scared of the note writer right now. So like he's like tripping, but he still ain't getting a shower. I don't know what this dude's deal was. So we all get let out for medication. Everybody that gets medication, they come to your cell, you're on a list, they unlock your door, go to medication. It was off the block. So he got medication, you know, we got medication, and the big dude Mill got medication. So we set it up to where, yo, when he comes back from medication, you walk out of his cell and like intimidate this dude. So we go to medication, and we're like hanging around him purposely to see what goes down. So he goes back to his cell, and here's Big Mill walking out of his cell, looks him straight up and down with like the meanest face you've ever seen. And he walks, and he's like staring at Mill as he walks away. Mill's looking back at him. So he comes to our cell. He's like, yo, I think I know who the note writer is. It's that big ass dude in cell such and such. I forget what cell he was in. I was like, for real? Mill? So we're like, yo, if it's fucking Mill, man, like, you don't want to fuck with Mill, bro. You need to get in the shower. So instead of getting a shower, this dude checked in. I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want him to check in. Like, we were gonna put him down on what happened after he got a shower, but the dude never got a goddamn shower. So we left the block, scared to death of the note writer. This crazy shit you come up with in prison. I thought it would work, but it didn't work. So the next one, I was in Bucks County. Now, Bucks County had a whole block for pedophiles. No, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word on YouTube or not, but they had a whole block for PDFs, right? It was E-block. So I was working in the kitchen at the time. Now, we would have to put trays together for every block, if they were getting fed on the block, this and that. So these dudes come up with an idea that instead of giving the PDFs what they're supposed to get, they give them 4 slices of stepped on bread. Plus, there was a dude who worked in the kitchen who was a real good artist. He could draw his ass off. He would draw a picture of Elmo on it. So you would have 4 slices of stepped on bread plus a picture of Elmo, and he used to write at the top, "Sicken me Chomo," instead of "Tickle me Elmo." So these dudes, until the guards wound up finding out, because they got complaints from these dudes, like they got any balls to be complaining, like, fuck what you get to eat, bro. Like, we ain't feeding you what you're supposed to get. Like, fuck you. Like, we'll get fired before we do that. So they complained to the CO, and they got about a week and a half worth of stepped on bread and Tickle Me Chomo posters. Crazy shit that you do in jail, man, to pass time. But yeah, let me know in the comment section if you ever seen any practical jokes. If you've been locked up, I always try to leave you guys with a moral. Of course, don't get locked up. But if you do, man, take care of your hygiene. It could really mean your safety. Like, people are out there really hurting people because they ain't getting a shower. And like I said before, it's aggravating to smell another man, like when you're in back of them, in front of them, in the phone line or whatever. Just take care of yourself. It's that simple. Just like you do on the street. It's no different in there. But it's more important in there because nobody on the street's going to do something to you, if they got to smell you. So, like the video if you like the video. I appreciate everybody that subscribes to my channel and watches my videos. We got a great community over here. I appreciate all of you. Until next time, it's Kenzo, State Roadshow. And remember, it's cuffing season. Don't give them no fucking reason. I'm out.